website, they were talking about valve springs and cam dynamics and so forth. And nowadays they use a thing called SpinCon to actually design, as part of the camshaft design, to control valve train dynamics. And so now it actually goes together like a regular engine, with the camshaft in it, and it's spun by an electric motor. And then they use high-speed cameras and strobe lights on the valve train to watch how it all works and so forth. We didn't have that when we were running. I said, and because I said the cam lobes were damn near square, and I said we replaced the valve springs every 20 passes. I assume we're putting this together with new shoes and springs and all that, because
Sure.
it makes sense.
If that makes sense.
And new wheel cylinders also.
Yeah.
That might be a little not right. Take two. Right where I left it. Alright.
Alright, so these are Gibbs. This stuff seems never ending. Wait, I've never seen you buy more.
No, well, I bought a case of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I had 12 cans. And
Well, it's never ending. We haven't ran out, and I've been using it for like 15 years now.
And then the next day we had ice. And at that point, it's coming loose.
I'll see you guys next weekend.
See ya.
Good morning.
Don't worry, next weekend there'll still be Chevy Cruze and driveway.
Oh, it's like having a hemorrhoid on your ass.
It's not good later, those come back.
Yeah.
It never fully usually comes back as soon as you think you're done.
And the bad part is when you scratch it, then your finger stinks.
The cruise on the driveway's like hammered in the ass.
That's right.
All right. Yeah. Hello.
Okay, put your gloves back on. Yes. Get in there.
You get them off.
Yep.
What's going on there? Yep. That's all right.
I didn't remember you putting new hangers on this thing.
What, the wood springs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the wood part of the truck other than the radiator support.
Yep.
Pretty sure you helped me with that.
What's that?
Pretty sure you helped me with the hangers.
Yeah. I might have, I don't remember. Is it derm?
A derm?
The derm, I removed the derm. Cool.
Need a sock.
What size?
We got it right here.
Okay,
All right, shock is on board on both sides completely.
okay. Well, come on over here, I'm gonna show you all this stuff. Put that over there. Swing it around like that so there's a brake on the spring. And then we'll take that spring off of there. Swing it in there.
Oh.
On this end, just put the spring on. Put it over there. Put that sucker on there. Okay, so that is one brake tool. Now I'll show you the other one. Different sizes. Put it over the spring. Like that. And rotates that container. You've got to push in far enough that it turns, but you've got a little. Ta-da. There's a shoe.
Is this the same size or smaller?
It's the same size. You just put different. You can see how that. You can see how it just turns. And sometimes you have to hold it on the nail on the backside. Like this is a little hard on that side. And there it is. Did it? It turned, but
I did it all the way around?
Yeah.
So I need
take it half. There, like that. Close.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So I didn't know if you knew about that, but
No, I didn't really work on drums.
I know. It's ancient history, that's why. Okay, now here's what happens. You take this off, like that, and then you take the screwdriver, which I have over here. And the screwdriver, you put behind here. This cable is part of your adjustment, your self-adjustment.
Self-adjustment.
Right. And that little plate just keeps playing out of there, fits in a hole on the
Yeah.
shoe, and then this comes off like that. And see, it's attached to that thingy. Okay, so now these can be spread and pulled out like that. And there's the other part of your parking brake right there. And so that comes out like that. Okay, and like I said, short one is primary, longer one is secondary, primary, secondary. Okay, and what that's for is these are what they call self-energizing. And part of the advantage to having them just mounted with the springs is when you hit the brake and they spread out, they start to rotate and they kind of wedge themselves in and help. The early Fords up till about 1948, they wouldn't pay Bendix for the patent for this, so they had two equal shoes and they had an anchor at the bottom and they just spread out like that and they weren't self-energizing. The Ford was too cheap to pay for the patent, so they didn't do it. So then this cross piece right here goes across between them. Now the reason we had to take all that off because we needed to get this off. This. You have the parking brake set.
I do.
Oh, undo that.
Would that help?
Yeah. Well,
Ta-da.
okay, now this. There. Well, this is not cooperating. But part of that. Let's see if I can do this. There. All right. Pull on that cable, it was stuck. And so this right
I
here.
don't know how this thing's meant.
You move the spring and then that comes
I
off.
have to pull it out.
Okay, so now the next part is that. There it is.
What that is?
Well, this is that.
Yeah, I see that.
Okay, it was cut off the other one.
Yeah.
And it comes through that hole in the backing plate, and then it has these ears that are stuck out.
Yeah.
And you have to compress those in to get the cable out.
Yeah.
The problem is these are different size, but if you find the right size wrench, you put over it. Like a 9/16 is too big, but if you, and a 1/2 inch is too small. But if you had next like a metric that fits, you slide that over, push the ears in, and use.
Pretty sure you showed me that on. I don't remember if it was this or something else, but you showed me that trick.
Yeah. But the problem is these. Now these. Let's see if that 9/16 is doing. That might have been on the top end.
That was a while ago.
Yeah. Well, you were a little bit.
Yeah. All right. You want me to pop the shots out?
Yeah, you can take the shots out because having them in the way is just not going to be handy.
All right. We can get a screwdriver in there and wedge it out.
Yeah.
Hey, a wedger. What do you think? Something like that. Oh, that's about to drop. At least bring a catch it.
Okay. So I'll give you these. And you can go over on the other side and disassemble the brake on that side.
All right.
And I'm going to get my headlight so I can see this thing. So it's a little
That's over there.
sticky out. I know it. Sticky out here. Ah. I'm going to keep this over here.
There we go. All right. Now.
You're going to be a rare kid. You'll be the only guy that you know who knows how to take apart power with the right tools. I don't even know where you buy those tools anymore.
What's going on in there? Well, there's that.
You just throw tools on the floor.
Yeah, why not? And what do you do for this guy? The parking brake, you just push it back on the spring?
Yeah. But if the spring is too tight, that means you got to pull this up. Okay, here.
I don't really pull it like that. I push it back on the spring.
And then pop it out like that.
Well, now you got a wrench on there?
Well, I tried it, and then the 9/16 is too big and the 3/8 is too small. But you can get it here. Pop the ears like that while you pull it.
Boom.
Get one under here. There you go.
Wink. Cool.
Okay, now we have a decision to make.
And what is that?
And the decision to make is here on the center. First off, you've got to unplug the sensor for your anti-lock brakes.
Yeah.
And there's a plug right on the front here, and you can probably see it from there underneath better. So that needs to be unplugged. And then we can undo this right here, which seems to be about a ½ inch. But we have to decide, are we going to unhook the brake hose here, or are we going to unhook it up there? Up there looks actually like a clean fitting.
Yep.
So but then you have to pop that retainer clip off.
That should be a problem.
Okay. Well, you can take a look at that while I'm unscrewing these.
So you want that guy off?
Yeah, but see right here, the sensor
Yeah.
needs to unplug. You can probably see how it unplugs better.
Yeah, but like here. Oh yeah. Bonk. It is off. And
Okay.
I had a 10 liner hanging out somewhere because I bet it is a 10 liner.
These brake shoes actually don't look too bad. The drum is a little rusty, which we can take some Scotch-Brite or whatever we do with that. And I think we can just go ahead and use these brake shoes. We've got to replace the springs. And they're relatively cheap. You can get spring kits at the regular parts store. And
Yeah.
probably, I would replace the wheel cylinders just because.
Yeah, I mean, the brakes in there for against that 4-cylinder for the automatic.
Right. I have no idea how, but this is 97 and they're the originals. And we're talking 20 years old.
I'm so confident that was 10.
Pardon?
I'm so confident that was 10 millimeter.
Yep.
They're not. Flip. No. Flip. Apparently it is.
These bolts are going to fit that, so I think we're in good shape. It's probably going to work with the split kit.
Alright. Alright, that guy's loose.
Okay.
Alright, now, don't we take that fitting off?
Yeah, you can decide which end you want to take off,
Probably not.
which looks good. Probably tell me it's smelling.
Huh, it does that.
These weather reports.
Alright, that line wrenches. Where are we? Where are we?
Right in my eyes.
So you can see.
I see, said
There it is. You know, should probably plan ahead here and grab something to catch any brake fluid.
okay.
I'm glad you started doing that because I said that, but I wasn't going to make any effort towards it. Hey, look, a fresh one. Oh, and there it goes.
Nothing smells worse than rear axle gear oil. Nothing feels weirder than brake oil, right?
Yeah. Oh, barely came out. Huh? You give it a minute. Yeah, brake fluid sucks. And gear oil also sucks. Alright, and you said I need to pop that retainer to get that guy out.
Yep.
Can't really see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna kind of go for it.
It has a flange on it, and it's kind of it goes over the line like this.
Yeah, so I need to pull it towards me.
Right.
Yep. Well. Or, so I just put pliers on it.
Oh, you need some?
Yeah, I can grab some here.
Just a minute. Here's some big hoot beans.
I draw it anyway, so.
Okay.
And gander. Let's see what we can do. I want to put fluid on it.
Undo the rear shackle bolts. No? Because here's what I'm thinking. If we undo the rear shackle bolts, we get the other stuff off the thing, and undo the rear shackle bolts, and let the spring down, then we can just bring the rear, slide it out, and we'll get hold of it and swap it out.
Yeah.
Okay?
So
So this
undo-
thing here appears to be just like a spare tire rack or something.
Just a stabilizer brace, something like that.
It's not attached to anything except the frame. It's not like a sway bar or anything. It's,
Yeah, so you want me to undo these?
Yeah.
Leave the bolt in it, and then we'll put it on the ground and
yes.
walk it out? Okay. Alright, that's what I'll start doing.
Well, we can put 4x4 under each side of this, and lower the spring, and then we can grab one on each side.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep, yeah. Let's see. Size is F11. Let's check out. Magic.
If that turns, yeah. Yeah. Let me see if that's where that is on this.
Alright, so got that one off. I guess I'll grab the front one now.
Okay, I got your adjusters free up. So we don't need to replace the adjusters, we just need to wire brush them and leave them. So that's, you want me to hold that?
Yeah, if you could do that.
You want me to do this part? Okay. See if we can find. That's a 4x4, maybe they're outside. There's no one. There's some. That floor keeps getting further down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There. Okay. Pretty much. Okay. Jack up on the jack. Go ahead.
Yeah. Right. There it is. All right.
Okay. Now.
You want me to get on the side?
Yeah. You want me to move it up lift or what?
No, if you stay there, I think it'll be all right. On.
Okay. It's not quite fully in the lift kit here. The flip kit, yeah. It's on the pin. You can see it's up in the pocket there, it's got room, but it's not quite there.
What about the jack down a little bit?
I think it'll go nose down. Go ahead.
No, won't help at all.
Let it down. No, I'm changing it. Okay, what you want to do is slide it in just a little further, take it under the front of the check. There you go.
There?
Yep, just raise it a little bit. Go ahead.
You rotating?
Yep.
It's taking it off that.
It is. Okay, hold on. It just went in.
There it is. Is it on the stub?
It's on the stove.
Alright, this side needs to be on stub.
It's not on the centering pin.
No.
Let's see where. No, it is.
Oh,
It's in the hole. It's in the.
that one looks like it's sitting next to it in this one.
Well,
Where's
I'm thinking the pinion angle looks like it's up pretty high.
yeah. Yep. Let's see if I can.
That's good. That's better.
Yeah. There's it, nice.
Cool. Here. Take a look and see which way it looks.
Where do you think mounted to?
They go under the bolt on the bottom, and then the U-bolts go from the top down. And I think it's doing this.
Yeah, I think it goes like this.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I know the bolt makes that washers on. Yeah, that'll be good.
What, you said washer or another flange nut?
Yeah, they're fine, but I would probably put a washer in the toilet.
You got one?
Well, there's one on the floor. I don't think there's any more. So, and we might need washers for inside bolts on the front spring eye. You know, before we put the nut on.
Yeah.
I think I used up all the washers. I think I used the washers for the back. For the, well, here's one washer for this. Okay, there's a washer and a nut for the shaft.
Are these too small?
Just put them over the,
I think it's too small.
oh yeah, those are. You might have to go over the hardware store in the morning. After the order breaks.
Yeah.
But, we're way ahead of where we were about an hour ago.
Yeah. Good, what's all this?
What's all that?
Oh, good.
How about that? Check and see if they fit on your U-bolts.
Oh, no. Dang, so close.
Okay, well. So that's where we are for tonight.
Yep.
I see another big washer right there, and I have.
All right, that's what we're gonna call it for today. We got some good progress made. The 8.8, wasn't really expecting to swap that today, but we did. So the 8.8 is kind of sort of in. We were working on. We had to drop the leaf springs because we have traction bars to go in there, and so the cow tracks are in. Well, ready to be done. We're gonna have to make a parts run to the hardware store. It's late, but weather's getting bad. So we're gonna go get some washers and some hardware. But this guy, just gonna bore up underneath here, and it goes to that guy up there in the front of the shackle, and you have the traction bar that goes in between them. What else? So I did mention the 9-inch axle tube ends earlier on the rear end, and it's shortened a little bit so I can fit a little bit more tire under here. And that was done by my Pap's friend Ron at Untitled Chapter. And you might recognize that truck from overhauling. And that's actually on a frame that Ron built. And Chip Foose flew Ron out to California to help him finish that build, put it all together. So that's pretty cool. So we do a lot of business with Ron. He's an Untitled Chapter in Danville, Pennsylvania. So, yeah, what all we had done today? Leaf springs, rear ends out, rear ends in. I'm gonna flip this. Actually, show you what I'm doing. New at this stuff. Recap: manual steering box is on. The Pitman arm that we modified with an F-150 head here, we'll call it. chopped off, cut, re-welded to the Ranger Pitman arm. Got that all tightened up, so the steering is done. It even has a steering wheel. Engine mounts are ready from Transdap, so they just need tightened up whenever I get an engine in there. Funnily enough, I found the F-150 Pitman arm half that was cut off. Yeah, kind of stopping there. We're gonna get, my PAP came in. I got a little shy on camera there. My PAP came down, my dad came down, and he started sandblasting these, just be helpful. Those are the backing plates for my rear end. So, I'm gonna get those going. We're ordering a spring kit and wheel cylinders. I broke that parking brake, or the hydraulic hose there for the brake line. We need to order one of those. Order emergency brake cables, parking brake cables, wherever they are. So a couple things that need ordered. Gonna rock auto that. So then drum brakes can go back together, axles can go in. Finish up the cow tracks here. Rear end will be mounted. We can throw wheels back on it. I'm gonna use the welds off my Pabst Fox body for test fit and everything. Make sure that this is the right width. So yeah, overall good day. I think throughout the week my grandfather may get to finishing the brakes for me to help out, because like I said, I'm only giving myself a month for this build. Hopefully he can get to the transmission. That's been ongoing for a while, and the engine here needs a little bit of attention before it's ready to go in. Needs an oil pan and whatnot. But alright guys, I'm wrapping up here for the weekend. I didn't record a whole lot today. Just wanted to get stuff done and get out of here for the weekend. And I'll be at it next weekend, but I'll show you what we got done here. So, we got my Pabst old wheel and tire setup that he had for his Fox body when he mini tubbed it. I think it's like a 315. I couldn't find a tire size anywhere. It must be on the inside. Right now it's jacked up because I don't have the right lug nuts for the wheel. So, but you can see we got the traction bars are in place. Need to get those tightened up and done. Shocks are in. Need to tighten those up. Tighten the leaf spring shackles. Do the drum brakes. Get the spring kit in for them, and then get them together and everything. So other than the brakes and tightening up the suspension and getting the right lug nuts here, which I'm missing one of these anyway. I'm thinking the rear end swap is pretty much complete. I did do a little up here, like minute amount of work. I just chopped off the fuel line, or the fuel rail. Just screwed around there a little bit. So, yeah. Didn't record a whole lot today. Figure we'll get back at it next weekend, and maybe we'll put an engine in next weekend, or have a transmission ready to mate to the engine and get that in. But yeah, I think this is a fun little project, recording a project, you know. And I do want to record us getting the Fox body ready for drag week. So this is a nice little test run, practice run, and then hopefully I can put out some cool content getting the Fox body ready for drag week, and then going on drag week. I think that'd be cool to see. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching, and see you next weekend. All right, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how editing the video goes. I don't know if I'm gonna do like a part one, or if I'm just gonna condense it all into one video after a month of recording. Don't really know what I'm doing. Just having fun with it, figuring it out, trying out a new hobby. So if anything's vertical when it should be horizontal, I apologize. I was making excuses for a while. I don't have anything to record on. I'm gonna have to use my phone, And finally I was like, screw it. I think I can get some good content on my phone. I'm not going to wait to buy $1,000 camera for something I might not even continue with. So, all right, I'm going to call it there. Thanks, guys.